Hi, this is Devin Tech Tips. Now, I recently did not inform the channel, and I'm back. I've been gone for a while, but I recently have gotten a new CPU, and because of that, I've also gotten a Darkrock Pro 4 cooler with a 3000 RPM Noctua server fan on it, and with that, with the 9700K and Thermal Grizzly Cryonaut thermal paste, you could expect me to get a pretty decent overclock with that. Now, what is it exactly that I've done? As you can see, the CPU is running at 5.1 gigahertz if we just go and start up hardware info 64. Do that really quickly. You can see that the maximum temperature reached just from firing up this was 78 degrees. That is a pretty high package temp for simply opening a program, but what happens if we run something like Intel burn and test? Well, we're going to try just that. We're going to go to Downloads 5 Latest Dump. We're going to go to Intel Burn and Test, if I can find it. And there it is. We can go to Intel Burn and Test V2. We can go ahead and open that program. And this is a special program designed for Intel in order to determine if the CPU is stable. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and run it. There's also something known as a freeze test, and if you look at the fire here, if this fire freezes at any point during the test, that's bad. And if this temperature goes above 90 degrees, that's also bad. So let's see if we can pass the test. Let's go ahead and start. We're reaching our temperatures already of about 82 degrees max package. I will stop the test if it breaks 90, and I'll keep my mouse over it. You can already see we have a core max of 85. And it should slowly be heating up here. We've completed our second pass. Now, in my opinion, programs like IDA64 and Prime 95, just for gaming, as long as you're only gaming and doing stuff like that, that's not really a test to see if it's unstable. I think Intel burn and test is enough. And as you can see, this is stressing the CPU beyond any imagining or any normal level. We're at 100% pinned constantly, which no game would ever do. We're reaching temperatures of 86 degrees. Max package temp of 86. You can see it goes down after each pass it completes. It goes down to 65 degrees. That's because after each pass, the load actually decreases. Or maybe it's just a variable load, because the load is set to 100% here still. 88 degrees max package temp, max core temp. We've completed about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, past 9, and past 10. Now, this CPU is running at it's an i7-9700K, like I said before, and it's running at 5.1 gigahertz at 1.33 volts set into the BIOS. Let's go ahead and take a look at some more information. Actually, let's read this pop-up here. Success. Your system was able to maintain its stability while running Intel burn and test. This is usually an indication that your CPU is fully stable, if at least tested with the standard stress level. If you are testing with memory size below standard, please retest with standard or higher stress level. Test completed in 78.05 seconds. Okay. Now, we can actually find out some more interesting information about our CPU here, what it did during our stress test. So if we go ahead and scroll down, we can see that the CPU drew a max package power temp of 176 watts, which is pretty high. And let's go ahead and scroll down to our V-core and see if we can find that. And see, look, MSI MPG Z390. We see our CPU core here. We see V-core. Let's go all the way to the right. And it's set to 1.33 in the BIOS, and we can see at a maximum it decided to draw 1.336 volts. And that is pretty within spec. It's within about margin of error. So that should be good to go. If this video is helpful to you, be sure to leave a like, share, or subscribe. I will most likely be doing more tech videos in the future, and I'll see you around.